The next part of human circulatory system that we have to study is heart. Heart is also known as pumping organ. Why it is known so? Because it helps to pump the blood, and due to this pressure the blood flows very easily through the vessels and reaches to different parts of our body. Let me start with drawing the diagram of heart. Heart is 4-chambered structure in human being, and each chamber is separated from each other. Medially, the right side and left side is separated by means of thick wall structure that is known as septum. Okay, let me start drawing this. Heart is slightly tilted toward the left side, so we have to draw by tilting toward the left side. The wall of ventricle is slightly thicker than the wall of upper two chamber, that is atrium. So you have to draw accordingly. You have to show the wall of ventricles or lower portion thicker than the upper two portion. Draw a medial septum that divides these two portions into left and right. Okay. Look at here. These are the two main veins, superior vena cava and inferior vena cava, that collects in deoxygenated blood from all the body parts and pour it into this part of the or this chamber of the heart. Here there is a wall-like structure, and from this part another tube-like structure arises, which divided into two branches, and this tube-like structure is known as pulmonary artery. This pulmonary artery is also guarded by valve-like structure. Okay, these are the valve-like structure that is supported by muscles. From here, two blood vessels come from the lungs each from one side, left side of lung and right side of the lung, and opens in this chamber. It is also have valve here, which is again supported by muscles like structure. From here another vessels arises that carry oxygenated blood and passes it to all body parts. This structure is also guarded by valve. the basic view of the heart. The upper two chamber is known as atrium. Upper two chamber is termed as atrium and lower two chamber is termed as ventricle. And this side, this is left ventricle and this is left atrium. These blood vessels collect blood from all over the body and termed as inferior vena cava because it collects blood from the lower parts of the body, and this is superior vena cava which collects deoxygenated blood from the upper side of the body. So in total we can say that vena cava is the main vein that collects deoxygenated blood from the body parts and pour first into right atrium, that is the first chamber in which it receives deoxygenated blood. In between this atrium and ventricle there is a semilunar valve, and this valve is termed as atrioventricular valve. Atrioventricular valve. And similarly, this valve are termed as atrioventricular valve. What is the difference between these two types of valves? Towards the right hand side, there are three cuspid valves present here in the atrioventricular valve, but towards the left side, there is only two cuspid valves is present. Therefore, this type of valve here on the right side is termed as tricuspid valve, and on the left side it is termed as bicuspid valve. This valve is also known as bicuspid on the left side, and on the right side it is termed as tricuspid. Okay. The very thick muscle-like partition that separates the two sides of heart is termed as septa or septum. Okay. You can see this vessel in which deoxygenated blood passes from left ventricle to lungs. It passes from left ventricle to lung and it carries deoxygenated blood. What is the name of this vessel? This vessel is known as pulmonary artery that carry deoxygenated blood. And similar here, these two vessels carry blood from the lungs. When this deoxygenated blood reaches to lungs, their carbon dioxide get diffused inside the alveolus and get exhaled out from the lungs then after, and oxygen get diffused inside the blood from the lungs alveoli and then transported back into the heart. And this type of blood vessel is termed as pulmonary vein. These are the exception of vein and artery that do their opposite nature of work. Vein carry oxygenated blood here, pulmonary vein, and pulmonary artery carry deoxygenated blood. Okay. You can see here from the left side of ventricle there arises a vessel that is known as systematic aorta. The systemic aorta. This is the main artery of the blood and longest artery of our body that carry oxygenated blood from heart and distributed into the various parts of the body. Let me start structure of heart. First of all, it is a conical shaped structure. Human heart is conical shaped structure. It is situated in between our two lungs, and the lower part of heart is just tilted towards the left side. Okay. It is located in between our lungs, and its lower part is slightly tilted towards left side. If we talk about its size, human heart is of our fist size. It is slightly like our fist. Size is about our fist. Weight in adult men, it is about 300 grams, but in adult female, it is about 250 grams. When we look its outside structure, the heart is covered by a double layer membranous structure, and their double layer membrane is known as pericardium. What is known as pericardium? Outer pericardium layer is termed as parietal pericardial layer, and inner pericardium is termed as visceral pericardial layer. In these two pericardial layers, there is a cavity which is known as pericardial cavity. In between two layers, there is a cavity, and this cavity is known as pericardial cavity. This cavity is filled with a fluid, and this fluid is known as pericardial fluid. What is the function of this fluid? Fluid absorbs shocks and prevent the heart from mechanical injuries and help in free movement of heart. Whatever the expansion and contraction done by heart muscle is freely done by means of this fluid. You can see in the diagram that heart is divided into four chambers. The upper two chamber is termed as atrium, and lower two chamber is termed as ventricle. Out of four chamber, upper two chamber is termed as atrium, which can can be further divided into right atrium towards the right side and left atrium towards the left side. And lower chamber is termed as ventricles. Similarly, when right ventricle passes deoxygenated blood for oxygenation towards the lung, it transfers its blood volume through the pulmonary artery. And here at the starting point of pulmonary artery, it is guarded by a semilunar valve, which also same function here. That means it prevents the backward flow of blood back into the right ventricle. Pulmonary artery that arises from right side of ventricle has a semilunar valve that prevents backward flow of blood. Similarly, look at here. From left ventricle there arises a systematic aorta through which oxygenated blood passes throughout the body parts. Here also at the beginning point there are a pair of valves present here, and the function is same as that of the valve present in the pulmonary artery. Similar valves present at the base of systemic aorta that has same function. It also prevents the backward flow of blood inside the left ventricle. Look at the diagram. You can easily recognize that wall of atrium is slightly thinner than the wall of ventricles. Why it is so? It is so because ventricle has to put more pressure while pumping the blood inside the pulmonary artery as well as inside the aorta, so that blood effectively reaches to lungs and to the rest part of the body. Slightly more pressure is applied by left side of ventricle because from here blood is transferred to the systematic aorta. Systematic aorta is the biggest artery of our body that supplies blood to different parts of our body. So it required more pressure to flow the blood effectively. That's why the left ventricles, when contracted, put more pressure than the other three chambers. But when we talk about atrium and ventricle, the pressure put it by ventricles is more than the atrium, because from both of the ventricles the blood is transferred to the next organ or different parts, not the same part. From here, atrium contracts and pour the blood inside the ventricles, which is situated in the same organ. So it does not require such amount of pressure to be exerted over the blood. Okay. So here we can say the wall of heart is highly muscular in nature. And it is made up of which muscle? Yes, cardiac muscle. Okay? Made up of cardiac muscles. Wall of ventricles is slightly, or we can say thicker than that of atrium, because over the blood to make it flow easily towards the other parts of body. So this is all about the structure of heart. In next video we will study about the mechanism and function of heart.